Yeah, I know I haven't posted in a while. I'm in the process of withdrawing my funds out of FPS. Some of the funds I'm still waiting for, and then I'm still on the journey of turning $10 into $100. That is taking place here with my gold trades. This is a cent account, so it doesn't mean that I got 2,000 in there. I just have $20 in here. That's of the profits that I have already lined up, right? But what I want to go over is just the orb strategy again, right? So normally what I do is I go on SPX, right? And on SPX you can see it clearly, right? So now I just go down on the 15 minute or the 5 minute. I prefer the 5 minute. And I'm thinking on my phone. That's currently giving me problems, and this is what I'm doing right now. So currently this is the market now, because I just realized that it's time for the upside. So how it works is that you got this opening high here. So this is just me explaining it again. I won't be trading it today. You got your opening high here, this green bar, and you got your opening high, opening low, and then your high over there. So just so here I'm gonna mark it actually. So right here you got your 15 minute low, 15 minute low, right? And here you got your, in green you got your 15 minute high. And that is it, and this is it. So here all you have to do for the strategy, right? So the orb currently is about what size? What is the size? From there to there, $8. That's $8, $80, $800, whatever you like. It's all depends on your lot size. That can also be 0.80 cents USD cents, right? And as I say always, this is the people that I am using. Orb, so right here, orb algo flux charts, that's the indicator that I use. So all you wait for is for a close above or below. So if for example this candle here, the body of this candle closed outside, that would indicate a sell. But for me, I have other indicators that I actually use with to confirm if it is a sell or not a sell. So your job is just to integrate this with one of your strategies that you already have, and then sell. Let's look at what happened yesterday. So yesterday, right, and some people like putting the stop loss on this end. Say for example, we had a breakout here. This candle closed outside and it was a red candle. They will put the stop loss there. You're risking what? 11 or $10, right? Depending on your lot size. 0.1, it's $10. You going for a 1-to-1, you're making about $10 1-to-1, and that's the odd. And then there's obviously other indicators that can tell you when to get out and when to, how long to stay in. But for me, this video is just explaining how the strategy actually works and trades I took. Now you see this blue line running through here, that's the midpoint. Some people prefer finding the midpoint of the orb and then just using that as the stop level. So for example, for this one, the orb was $14 big, and then I just decided to make it about $6, which is around about 7. If you have it, Now here you got this happening here. Like you have your 15-minute open, you got your high in green, you got your low in red. Now all you do is you wait for candle to close outside of this orb. There the candle closed outside, this red candle there. This red candle here. But for me, there are other things that tells me to get in. Right? So for me, my confluences are trends. Now at the time we were in a, and we still are in a upward moving market, in a bullish market. So why would you take a sell, even though it's a short-term sell, even if it's a short-term sell, and risk losing it? Like look there, it turned around beautifully. But if you decided, okay, I'm actually gonna get into this account, yes, and I'm still a like they would say, a struggling trader, or a trader who's trying to make it, I'm still trying, I'm not giving up, but I am giving the source. If you wanted and you entered on the close of this what's this thing called, the close of this candle, and you wanted to make a 1-to-1, you could have risked that 11 right there, your $1, 1 cent, $10, whatever you want to use, whatever you want to say, and then just target the high or the low, the previous day low. There is your confirmation. Or your stop loss you could have put below the candle that broke out. That was the candle that broke out, so you could have put it there. But even then, so if you looked at your basic, yeah, I know I'm blabbering a lot, but if you looked at your basic price action or patterns, this candle here, this doji here, it's telling me that there's a possible reversal. So the way this candle closed is already telling me that the buyers are maybe stepping in, or whatever you would like to say, but this indicates a reversal. So why would you enter a sell after a reversal? These candles normally show up when a trade is about to reverse. For example, here we had a small bearish, two bearish candles, and we had this hammer pattern, and then it went up for two basic. Now let's look also how this trade could have played out even further, right? Say you then entered your buys here because you knew it was a buying market, you would have just put your trade on the close of that. Your stop loss would have either been there, which is 11, or the safest possible there, that's $2, $20, whatever amount you would like to say. Now if you traded this and you held this trade, you could have closed it at 8. That is a 1-to-1 basically. And when the market closed, look where it closed. It closed around about here. So the market closed with you being in profit, right? So did you take an L? No, you didn't take an L. So that's a W trade. This trade I actually took, but I took this trade too early, and I wasn't able to close it also, so I ended up having losses. But yeah, I entered it there on the lower time frames. On the minute time frame, that is a breakout. And even if you could use this 5-minute candle, this would have been a breakout and confirming buys. So you could use this 5-minute candle, because the orb works on 5-minute, 4-minute, what all the minutes it works on. It's all about the opening candle and trading of the opening candle. So you see there, if you trade the candle off there, instantly profit into the losses, and then boom, back into profit, right? But we're looking at the 15-minute orb, so it's the green line and the red line. When you see this candle here broke out, so my stop loss is there. That's the breakout candle. That candle broke out and it was green. Now some people use volume, you could use volume. That was the highest point. Right there was the retest. You could have entered on the retest also if you wanted. You could have entered on the retest, on that retest candle, and boom, you can throw it. Simple as that, and you are up for the day. Right? There's the red candle. There's the breakout candle, the 5-minute breakout candle. Now, if you caught that move, that's over enough profit. Remember, it's all about lots. That's over enough profit. Who's complaining? Right? If you can catch those moves every day. Oh, this was one of my best trades actually that I caught. I actually have a video on the channel with this trade that I took when I took this trade. Right, there's the candle that broke out. That one there. This candle here broke out. So you should have entered around about there. That's why that candle, that's why this long position indicator is there, because I entered another trade on the retest. And boom, that trade went up into profits. That trade never came down again. It closed in profits. Look where it closed. There. Right. This trade I took a sell on, but there was no breakout. So was there a confirmation of a trade to take? No, there wasn't. There was the confirmation. The candle broke out. There. So, and then it boom, it hit your stop loss. That's a loss for the day. First L for the week. Right, this thing, it works, right? And you just need to know how to use it. So we just continue back. Let's choose a random day. Look at this random day. Life changing. There, a candle broke out. That candle broke out. It's green. Boom, you caught that push. Isn't that a beautiful push? And you're out again. As soon as you see it goes down, it went back up again, strong push, and it struggled to come past that level. That's an indication, pull out. So pull out and see if you get another entry. Right, here we go, another one. This is a beautiful example. Instantly into profits. Right, a candle breaks out of the bottom, 15 minute, boom, that thing goes into profits straight away, and it closes the trading day with right there. Right, so that is, you know, I'm gonna stop talking about lots and all this US dollar and points and all that. That is how much money you'd have made. Same thing again. We have a candle break out there. The candle, it retests and boom, it goes up. It never came down again till the open of that day. Yeah, I said you would have to figure out what you're gonna do here. Right here we can see this a bearish engulfing candle, and then boom, immediately another candle is pushed up, because the way this candle closed tells me already, okay Kiana, maybe you should wait a bit. And then, or maybe you're not trading that day. This is on Tuesday, a continuation. But it's all about the trend. You need to really look at the trend and decide whether you're trading. There, that's the winner. There's the breakout candle, and there it pushes up. Okay, this isn't actually a nice trade. It is a nice trade. Guys, there's the breakout. Alright, your stop loss goes on that red line, and boom, straight into profits. There was a bit of a pullback, but it's straight into profits. There's another example. There's another example. This one is a nice example. It stopped you out. Right, it stopped you out. There it stopped you out. Why not just enter again? Boom, you make your money back and some more. Basically, I mean, this is just the inside there, and so be it. But basically, that is a strategy. You can combine it with many more things and become profitable. For me, it is just my psychology that I'm currently working on. Even though I'm not making that big bucks yet, it's my psychology that I'm working on. My psychology is playing me and messing me around. I know what I'm doing, and I just need to follow it. So yeah, it finally broke out. Alright, it finally broke out. There, this candle, this thing is going for the what's decimal. So this is going to be very easy. So you could put your entity there, or you could have entered on that red candle there. For example, you entered on the close. So when that candle closes, you entered. Right? Your stop loss is there or midway 5, but my stop loss is there. That is $9. So I would like to make $9 maybe for 1-to-1. But normally when it comes close to my take profit, I move my stop loss into profit and I move my take profit further down, further up. So in this case, further down. And you would just then maybe target normally the low of the previous day or the high of the previous day. So there you would target that maybe. But for reference sake, that is what I would do. Now let's lay out, or like I said, wait for that candle to retest that level properly and then enter the cells. That's it for me in my video. If you need more videos explaining and going into depth with this thing, I would be glad to do and make more. Comment down below, like and subscribe.